as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
52 blaster.
Now Mon. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
The Ravens hit 6-3 on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Down. Clock, 10.
Mon looks to throw. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
Here we go.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And it's third down.
Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You have no-fly zones.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Marr on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've been terrific. Weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. He's to the 10.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hit the crowd of goats. First, do no harm. Right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
EQ!
Gets this out wide to Pickens.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Fields changing the play.
Hey, Ken. Go.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37.
Now an audible here into something else.
Jump slant. Hey, Ken. Extend.
Now a first down throw, Fields. This one swung out here to Jones.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And the big difference in the game, Their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 21-0 our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ravens 21, Browns 0.
Here we go, son.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
11, 11, 11. Extend.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down. Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this one is right through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Bond going to throw it. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Bond looks to throw on first down.
Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The lines move there. Look like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
10 cycles. Set, go.
Here's Mond.
And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, and for the first time this season, he's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Good night.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Fields now to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough?
2nd and 10.
Drill, 52. Hut.
On the counter, it's Taylor. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Oh, going deep here for Taylor. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Pretty Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Now it's Fields.
Short throw to Smith. And he'll have this past the 30. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And right out of the gate, be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. I mean, I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game. It comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here's Fields.
Here's a diving catch right side. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
25 yards. First down, Cleveland.
And this play's still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On second down, it's Jones. They do get a couple, but